Hi, Dr. Page. I'm Kellie Loukanis with ADP.
Oh, nice to meet you.
How's your day going?
It's pretty good. You like to take a seat?
Yes, please. Here's my business card with
Okay.
my contact information if you need it.
Okay, thank you.
So, how is everything going with your company?
It's going great.
Good.
Really enjoy it. We've been a pretty successful group, trying to expand everything else like
Oh,
that.
you are expanding?
We are actually.
Okay, nice. So, how long have you guys been open?
We've actually been open since 2003.
2003.
So,
Right. And you
10
have,
years or so.
so you have two companies?
We have, yes, 2 locations.
2 locations. How many employees do you have at each?
Right now we have 20 at one of the locations and 15 at another. And that is including ourselves also, me and my wife.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so speaking of your wife, she's the reason I heard about your company. We actually do yoga together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is really big into yoga. She loves it.
Is she?
That's
Yeah.
one of her biggest stress relievers and just time to get away from herself and everything else.
That's why I go to, is relieve that stress.
Oh yeah, with work she has a lot of stress. This company with what she does for us builds a lot of stress on her.
I bet. So your future plans, you said you guys are trying to expand?
We are. We've been looking to expand to a 3rd location. Right now we have about 35 employees at 2 locations, and we might have a 3rd one and just 15 or 20 more employees at that one also.
Okay, so roughly 50 employees in all?
It'd be about 50 total
Okay.
once we were able to establish the 3rd location and get everyone we need.
Awesome. Okay, so what is your current payroll system that you guys use?
We use Microsoft Dynamics. It's just something we got off the shelf. It was just there when we needed it, when we were looking for a payroll system, and that was just what we thought would be best at the time.
And with Microsoft Dynamics, that's all manually inputted?
It is manual. My wife does it all actually. So she has to go through and she types in everything, does it by hand, plugs all the information in by herself.
By herself, no help at all?
No help at all.
Wow, okay.
It's a lot of time and stress on her. She does probably 15 hours a week at least just plugging information in
Oh, wow.
in order to do the payroll. But it's supposedly a part-time job, but with the 15 hours plus everything else, getting the checks sent out and everything else, it turns into a full-time job.
Right, yeah.
And that's not really what she's looking for. We have 2 young kids and stuff she likes to do, and it takes away from all of that.
I bet. So does she complain more about the time that it takes or the stress it brings on? Is there a certain thing that
Well, I guess it'd be more of time
time?
because it takes away from the kids and from doing her yoga activities and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But with the time, that's what builds her stress.
Okay.
Because she's not able to do stuff with the kids and do her activities, her favorite hobbies, stuff like that.
Did she mention if she had more time what she would do with it? Would it go more towards her personal life, towards expanding to that 3rd location?
We want her to be more, or I want her to be, I guess, less stressful and everything else. So more towards her personal life. Just being with our kids would be better for her, better for us. Because right now we have to pay a sitter and deal with trying to find someone to watch the kids while we're at work or while she's putting those extra hours for the payroll system.
So she has to not only find a sitter to trust, but then pay them as well.
Right.
Sounds like another job in itself.
It pretty much is. She has a lot on her plate right now.
I bet. Okay, so with this current system, the Microsoft Dynamics you said,
Right.
How often do you guys update that?
It's just one time a year,
Once a
so
year.
it's not that big of a problem, but it's also $1,500 that we have to spend to do that.
Yearly?
Yes, yearly.
Okay. And how often do you guys pay your employees?
We do it bi-weekly,
Bi-weekly.
but I mean, with her or my wife doing that, it takes plenty of time to get all those hours logged in, especially bi-weekly, since that's more hours, so there could be confusion there, type in errors, because she's had a few of those.
Yeah, how many errors per payroll period you say?
She usually, I think it's about 4 a payroll period.
4 errors. So yeah, that adds up quickly, right?
Oh yeah, it definitely does.
And how do your employees feel about that? Are they usually the ones that catch that, or do you guys catch that?
My wife catches it sometimes. She likes to go through and double check what she like puts in, so that
That's good.
even takes more time. But
Yeah.
if she doesn't catch it, then the employees definitely do.
Always. And how does that
It's
affect
not. It kind of puts some tension in the workplace
tension?
because they're wanting to get paid this much, and if they get paid wrong or they get the wrong check, it definitely. If they're expecting to get paid tomorrow and they don't, or they're expecting this much money and they don't
Right.
get it, then that's a pretty big problem.
I'm sure that adds on to that time and stress your wife has to deal with.
It puts a lot of stress on her, and it also puts some stress on me since these are my offices and I want them run correctly and I want everyone to be happy in the workplace and everything else.
You don't need extra stress. You're already a doctor.
Right.
So, you said it takes about 15 hours per week. If she has to fix the errors, how much time do you think that adds on?
I would at least 5 hours, I guess, to go through, and if she's got to double check everyone's and make sure all that hours were entered in correctly and all that, I guess it varies depending on how many mistakes she does have or how many hours someone does work.
And how do you guys keep track of paid time off?
It's just manual, so
Manual?
everything else just by hand written down,
And,
and we don't do it that frequently. So there's frequent reports of like mistakes with the paid time off.
that's understandable, yeah. And so something else your employees catch and then
Right.
adds on.
It's something that they do not enjoy. I wish we had a solution for it or able to
Right.
fix this problem for sure.
So I would say it sounds like that your wife isn't happy with the time it takes to input,
Right.
all of the information since she does it herself, keys it in,
Right.
and then with the errors adds more time. So it sounds like time and stress are her two main things.
Time and stress is a big key. It's a
Right.
big problem for her.
So if we were able to cut that time down to say 5 minutes each pay period and completely eliminate those errors, would that be something you're interested in?
Oh, that would definitely be interesting.
Alright.
My wife would be way less stressful. I mean, you said 5 minutes time.
Mhm.
That's a big difference right there. That'd be great.
All right. So are you and your wife the decision makers in this process?
Well, since she does it all, I figured I might need to talk to her about it so we can discuss it. But from the sounds of it, it sounds like something she'd be definitely interested in. So it probably wouldn't take much to talk to her about, anyways.
Awesome. Well, you have my business card,
Okay.
and I say that we set up a meeting sometime in the near future once you discuss it with your wife, and you can get back to me and let me know what you guys think, and I can tell you more about ADP.
Okay. Yeah,
How's that
that sounds great.
Sounds good. Awesome. Well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate
Okay.
it.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Have a good day.
Thank you.